Did you know only 1% of people can click the like button and subscribe button at the same time? Okay, no, seriously. Did you know less than 1% of people have visited all 7 continents? Or around 1% of births are twins? Well, my friends, if you enjoyed these kind of facts, I think you might like today's video. In tonight's ASMR video, I am going to be reading to you facts that are all to do with the 1%ers. Those things that you just cannot believe are really true. Things that will blow your mind and make you think, I wonder if I'm in that 1%. And so I have gathered a bunch of facts. Everything is to do with things that are 1% or less. Things that will hopefully confuse you whilst helping you relax and sleep. Now, this video is heavily inspired by a facts video I posted on the channel a while ago, and also from someone who keeps commenting. I'll pop your comment on screen asking for me to make this video. Yes, I do read the comments. I try to reply to every single one and take inspiration from all of you, so I appreciate you all so much for being the best community ever. And oh boy, just looking through some of these facts, I have 100 things that you are not going to believe, so feel free to just pop in your earphones, lay back, and relax. And if you do enjoy this video, why not consider leaving it a big thumbs up. Subscribe as well if you're not already subscribed. We are so very close to 500k, literally, I cannot believe it. And I would love you to be a part of that community along the way. Anyways, without further ado, before we get started, I must let you all know I have just got back from a big travel vacation from the UK to Australia. It's a 24-hour journey, and upon returning, I'm not feeling very great. I'm a little bit sick, so if I sound it, I do apologize, but we move, and I hope you all enjoy this video. Let's get started. So, with fact number 1, around 1% of the world's population stutters. also immune condition where eating the protein gluten triggers an immune response that damages your small intestine. Dang. That's not really friendly, is it? Goddamn. That's unfortunate for those 1%. Earth's atmosphere makes up only about 0.0001% of Earth's total mass. Boy, that really is less than 1%, isn't it? Speaking of less than 1%, less than 1% of all described animal species are mammals. A 1% chance of an event happening twice in a row has a probability of just 0.01%. Well, I mean, that makes sense because it's just 0.1 times 0.1. Still though, some of these maths ones might make you go, oh yeah, true, that's cool. Far less than 1% of humans have ever visited Antarctica. In fact, I wonder how many people have visited Antarctica. Apologies about the typing there, I'm really curious. Oh wow, okay. An estimated 500,000 to 1 million people have set foot on Antarctica. I want to go, I think that would be really cool. Anyways, carbon dioxide makes up only about 0.04% of Earth's atmosphere. Wow, this next fact some things, but like it's not enough to qualify as being ambidextrous. The chance of rolling 3 sixes in a row on a 6-sided dice is about 0.46%. I wonder if I've ever done that in my Shut the Box videos. Have I ever rolled like a 6 3 times in a row? All the planets combined account for less than 1% of the solar system's mass. That's crazy. Fact 18. The UK occupies only around 0.16% of Earth's land area. Fact number 19. Far less than 1% of humans have ever completed an Ironman triathlon. Man, I would love to do an Ironman, but I know I would just... I would struggle so hard. It's been a while since I've done any kind of proper running or swimming. So I need to get back into it. Fact number 20, and this one is way less than 1%, but it's 1% or less. Neon makes up only about 0.0018% of Earth's atmosphere. Fact 21. Roughly 1% of people have naturally red hair worldwide. Do you have red hair? By the way, I apologize if there's any cuts. I'm not like cutting things out, it's just me coughing, so I'm like muting the microphone at that point. Fact 22. A standard 4K screen's single pixel represents about 0.0000012 of all its pixels. Goddamn 4K really being good at the moment. Rivers contain only about 0.002% of Earth's total water. The chance of correctly guessing someone's birthday is around 0.27%. Well, that'll just be 1 in 365 if you just take a stab in the dark at it, basically. For example, is your birthday May 15th? Did I get it? If I did, there's probably a 0.27% chance I did. Which, let's suppose 20,000 people watch this. I would have got a decent amount of people's birthdays actually with 20,000. So did I guess your birthday there? I don't know, maybe I did. Anyways, far less than 1% of people have ever been to space. I mean, I would assume so. I assume it's not a very big number. is exactly 0.1% of a kilogram. Around 1% of people have rheumatoid arthritis. Here's a cool one. Fact 29. The asteroid belt contains just less than 1% of the solar system's total mass. And for fact 30, some of these facts aren't really facts to me, they're just basic knowledge, like a centimeter is exactly 1% of a meter. Literally says it in the name of centimeter is 1% of a meter. Sure. Fact 31. Less than 1% of people have ever climbed Mount Everest. Take a guess right now in your head how many people have ever climbed Mount Everest. I'll take a look right now quickly. Here we go, are you ready? How many people do you think? The answer is 7,500. That's really not a lot, is it? No. Well. Okay, we got a couple stupid facts coming up. 3.65 days is approximately 1% of a year. Just in case you didn't know. And then we've got, actually this one isn't so stupid, but helium makes up about 0.0005% of Earth's atmosphere. We've had a few gases making up how much percent of Earth's atmosphere. Less than 1% of described animal species are birds. My t-shirt's falling down a little bit. Around 1% of people have vitiligo. I always forget what vitiligo is. I always hear about it and then forget. Oh yes, it's the skin condition. The chance. Okay, here we go. The chance of flipping 10 heads consecutively is about 0.098%. That is less than 1%. Way less than 1%. Less than 0.1%. And I've got a fun story for you. I mean, it's not really a fun story. It's just sad, really. When I was younger, wanted to see if I could get 10 heads in a row. And this is pre-Dido ASMR, like ages ago. And I filmed myself doing it. And I filmed myself for, I think it was like an hour and a half or something like that, trying to get 10 heads in a row. And I got it. I actually got it, but I cannot find the footage. I am so young in it. I'm like 14. And I filmed myself tossing a coin onto a plate. By the way, it was a plate. An actual plate I tossed it onto. So stupid. I marked it up so much. And I got it. And I have lost the video. I thought it was on my PC somewhere. But hey, if you guys want to see me try and toss a coin and get 10 heads in a row, leave a like on the video. Who knows? Maybe I'll try and recreate that for you. I knew that fact would come up somewhere. 36. The chance of rolling 4 6s, whoa, we're leveling it up a notch here, is about 0.077%. Wild mammals make up far less than 1% of Earth's biomass. Okay, this one here actually is kind of interesting. The Vatican City contains roughly 0.00001% of the world's population. I had to make sure I got the right number of zeros here. Speaking of which, you're not ready for fact 50. But first, fact 49. Far less than 1% of humans have completed a 100-mile ultra marathon. Not gonna lie, I didn't really know that was a thing. An ultra marathon. Also, I apologize, most of this video I've just been looking down rather than looking up at the camera. Okay, fact 50, here we go. The International Space Station's mass is roughly 0.00000000007% of Earth's mass. How many zeros is that? 0 point and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 zeros, followed by a 7% of Earth's mass. What a stupid fact, but hey, we learned something, I guess. Fact 51. Around 1% of people are estimated to have schizophrenia, depending on how prevalence is measured. 1 minute is about 0.069% of a day. Groundwater represents just under 1% at roughly 0.76% of all water on Earth. I mean, I'd assume so because the oceans are big and vast. Human hair typically grows roughly 0.4 millimeters a day, meaning its daily growth is well under 1% of its length for most hairstyles. Did not know that. Far less than 1% of people can run 100 meters in under 11 seconds. Hydrogen makes up around 0.00005% of Earth's atmosphere. A penny is 1% of a pound. Less than 1% of spider species are considered medically significant to humans. What does that mean, though? Do I not want to know? We're gonna test this. Think of a number between 1 and 100 right now. Any number you like. I'm gonna guess 64. Amy thought of 64, then I guess it's... I personally think guessing a number between 1 and 100 is not 1%. Well, correctly guessing, because there's certain outliers that a lot of people will probably think of. Like numbers between 1 and 10 are probably quite high. People's favorite numbers. Numbers like 50, or maybe like all the 10s, like 10, 20, 30, 40 are probably quite popular. Numbers that have significant meaning, or whatever, like 67 or 69 probably have a high chance of being picked, or 96, or, you know, that's why I don't think it really is a 1% chance. Scientifically or mathematically, statistically it is, but it's really not. Anyway, fact 62 is kinda cool. Less than 1% of humans have a pilot's license. All animals combined make up 1% of the Earth's biomass. A single day is about 0.274% of a year. Oh, I applied this next fact, finally. Around 1% of people have a peanut allergy. Mercury contains around 0.00002% of the solar system's mass. New Zealand contains less than 0.1% of the world's population. Fact 68. A single second is about 0.00003% of a year, so 5 zeros followed by a 3. Or 6 if you include the 0 point. Triplets account for far less than 1% of births. That makes sense. They're not super... They're actually more common than you think, triplets. I remember hearing recently. I was like, you never get triplets, but they're a little bit more common. Water vapor typically makes up less than 1% of the atmosphere globally averaged, although locally it can be higher. You can interpret that better than me, probably. I really apologize about my throat tonight. I'm hoping to be better by the end of this week. Far less than 1% of animal species have ever been domesticated by humans. Fact 72. Roughly 1% of people are estimated to have absolute pitch in some populations. Though the rate varies enormously. What is absolute pitch? Is that like perfect pitch? Absolute pitch. Oh, it's the ability to identify a single musical note without a reference. Just like hearing it, knowing what it is. I thought that was perfect pitch. I guess absolute pitch is the real name. If something has a 0.01% chance of occurring, you'd expect it once in every 10,000 attempts. Earth's crust contains less than 1% 0.00003% of the solar system's mass. Oh my gosh, this next one. Around 1% of people have an extra nipple. Could never have told you that. Here we go, we're gonna add in another heads here. Or go down to 8, I guess. The chance of getting 8 heads in a row is about 0.39%. Oh wow, we got a fact about Australia here. Australia's population represents less than 0.4% of humanity. Fact 81. Far less than 1% of people have appeared on national television. I've not been on national television, but I've been on national radio for ASMR as well. Shout out if you're a true channel OG and you remember that. Freshwater lakes hold only around 0.007% of Earth's total water. 1 hour is about 0.0114% of a year. Oh, we have a fact about sharks here. Around 1% of people, far less than 1% of known shark species have ever been implicated in a fatal, unprovoked attack on a human. Okay, I didn't want to know that. Okay, and moving on. Around 1% of people worldwide are affected by polar disorder in a given year, depending on definition and data set. Some of these facts are really okay, you know. Hey, shout out Pluto. Pluto back at it again with the Pluto contains roughly 0.0000007% of the solar system's mass. Let's go. This next fact makes me think of suitcases. You'll see why. Correctly guessing a randomly chosen 3-digit code from 000 to 999 has a 0.1% chance. So you're telling me it would take someone, 1,000 attempts to guess? I mean, that makes sense. 1,000 attempts to correctly guess my suitcase password. It's actually not too long. It wouldn't take too long to go through all 1,000 options, I don't think. But I don't like to think about that. Anyways, moving on. Less than 1% of the world's population lives in Canada. Are you from Canada? I think Canada's in my top 10 countries for people watching my videos. So shout out if you're from Canada. Fact 89. Far less than 1% of people have completed a marathon in under 3 hours. My brother's done a few marathons. I can't remember his times though. Anyways, fact 90. We're moving on to the last 10 here. Soil moisture contains around 0.001% of Earth's total water. Again, I think we've had this fact. I don't know what's going on. A millimeter is exactly 0.1% of a meter. Oh no, we had the centimeter one. 1% of humans have been both north of the Arctic Circle and south of the Antarctic Circle. Saturn represents only around 0.03% of the solar system's total mass. A person with an IQ of around 135 or higher is in approximately the top 1%, depending on the test. Fact 95, I feel like I read this fact every trivia fact video, but if you shuffled a deck of cards, the chance it has ever previously existed in that order is astronomically below 1%. Like, I can't even read out the percentage, it's that low. It's almost never been shuffled into that order if you randomly shuffle a deck. Anyway, fact 96. Less than 1% of Earth's water is contained in glaciers outside Antarctica and Greenland. Far less than 1% of people speak 5 or more languages fluently. Do you comment down below if you speak more than 5 languages fluently? A byte is only about 0.701% of a gigabyte. I think it's 7. 1, 2, 3. Oh no, it's 6. 6 zeros and then a 1. Using decimal units. The second to last fact, fact number 99, far less than 1% of people have climbed a mountain higher than 8,000 meters. I have not done that. And the last fact, here we go. 1% of 1% is 0.01%, exactly 1 in 10,000. Anyways, everyone, that is going to wrap it up for tonight's ASMR 1% Facts video. I really hope that you all did enjoy and that there was a fact in here that definitely blew your mind, or, you know, maybe you learned something. I don't know. Regardless, I hope you enjoyed, as well as, most importantly, finding this nice and relaxing. Maybe you're even asleep by now, but if you're still awake and you do have time, please quickly head down, click like, comment which fact was your favorite, and if you have a 1% fact for me, let me know in